92.3 K-Rock presents 5 Minutes with...
This is Davey Havoc.
And this is Jade from the band Blaqk Audio.
92.3 K-Rock.
92.3 K-Rock. It's Schwenker in studio here with Blaqk Audio, Davey and Jade. Thanks for coming in, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Schwenker?
Schwenker. That is actually my real last name.
Really? You know, I had a history teacher in junior high named Mr. Schwenk.
Really? But it's so close, but just not mine. Schwenker.
Yeah, Schwenker has definitely got more flavor to it.
It's that that kind of makes it sound like a dirty word, you know?
It does.
Yeah, because he just schwanks and you're like a schwenker.
I'm a schwenker. There you go. Well, you guys, your brand new CD, Sex Cells, has been in stores since mid-August, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
like August
like
14th?
August 14th.
Yeah, cool. So how's everything going for you? That your brand new single, Stiff Kitten's, doing really well?
It's going great. Yeah, the song's getting played, and people seem to be really liking the record a lot.
Awesome.
So it's wonderful.
And I'm sure that everyone already knows, but you guys are already part of the band AFI. But this is an entirely separate entity. It's like all the music is electronic, and it's just basically you two guys on stage and doing everything.
Exactly. Yep. Totally electronic. All programming and some voice, and it's dance music for the most part.
And we were actually talking about it before. You can't call it goth because someone made that mistake in the room of actually calling it goth.
Yeah, someone over there.
Well, I didn't behind the camera.
I wasn't sure what it was referring to. No, it's not.
No,
it at all.
Stuff like words like goth and emo are just things people throw out these days. I think to
totally
describe all kinds of stuff. So it's just become they're kind of like generic adjectives. So I try not to get too.
Yeah, but I mean, no, I'm not offended at all. I mean, even if you want to use that as a term to describe something, it's typically not used to describe electronic music.
Yeah,
but I know what you meant. Dark.
Don't worry, Joe.
You meant dark electronic music.
Yeah,
and then the gentleman who said that said, well, EBM.
Yeah,
which is far closer to what we're doing.
I don't even really think it's like that, like dark electronic music. It's got this like dancey feel.
Yeah,
to it.
It's very poppy. I mean. The name of the band is Blaqk Audio, but it's very poppy. A lot of it is very very upbeat, very some of it borders on house.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And you guys have already done 2 dates on your brand new tour. How's everything going well?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of bugs to work out because we've never done this kind of setup before. So we're slowly getting it all together, but we've had no major mishaps, knock on wood. And, so hopefully we'll, have smooth sailing.
And it is just you two guys on stage all by yourself.
Yep. Yeah, just the two of us. Jade's behind me on a riser, this keyboards, and I'm in front,
prancing around.
Yes, prancing around,
frantically prancing
and singing.
Frantically prancing.
It's a good thing you guys get along though, because now you're like in 2 separate outfits, and now you're going on tour, just the 2 of you.
Oh yeah, we're very used to each other.
It's a good thing. I would hope so at this point.
Yes, very much so.
So I was looking up some info about the CD, and Dave Bascombe actually did the mixing and the producing for you guys.
Yeah.
Now he's done like some major outfits like Depeche Mode and Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
Did you guys actually seek him out, or did he find you?
He actually didn't produce; he just mixed.
He just mixed. Sorry.
I was looking at people trying to figure out who we wanted to mix this, and he was one of the first people I looked at, but he was kind of more like a fantasy, like this guy's done so much stuff, we have no money to pay him, and he probably won't do it, but we'll ask him anyway. And luckily enough, he said yes, which is great.
That's actually one of like the first things that I thought of was like something of a Tears for Fears. It's kind of like a big, not a mishmash, but it definitely sounds like you took a lot of like different pieces from a lot of like different separate 80s like electronic outfits and kind of tailored what you liked out of the most.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's 80s necessarily. People seem to think it's 80s, and we don't. So I think we're in the minority of 2 that don't think it's 80s, and the rest of the world thinks it's 80s. But we weren't coming from an 80s kind of thing. But we're fans of a lot of different genres of electronic music, and that's why it's so eclectic. And a lot of electronic acts are very genre specific. If you're an EBM act, you don't come out all of a sudden with like a drum and bass record. You do your thing, and you stick within that thing, and that's part of it. But we kind of just said we like all these different things, so we're just going to take a little bit here and a little bit there.
That's awesome. So you guys are actually going to be in New York City tonight, and you're playing the Grand Ballroom. Should be a great time. And we were actually talking a little bit before about how the crowd isn't exactly like a dance crowd just yet.
Yeah, no, it's not like, I mean, although the music lends itself to that, as of now, it's more of a traditional rock crowd than it is a dance crowd.
But rock crowds can dance. I think they just have to figure out that it's okay to dance.
Yeah, that's probably the problem.
And more people danced at our second show than our first, and maybe through the wonders of like message boards and the internet, people will be like, "Oh, I guess we're supposed to dance." So
What's interesting, a lot of the dance bands, when you go see them, people don't dance. The same songs that'll pack the floor at the clubs will, have a crowd of people watching the band perform. It's very, very interesting. There's actually that happens a lot in like the EBM and future pop, where as I said, songs that'll get everyone moving at a dance night just has the whole crowd like they're they're watching, but they're attentive, but it's strange. I still dance.
Well, that's good.
I still dance when I go.
Well, hopefully you'll encourage more. And maybe by checking out, 923krock.com, more people will understand, they listen to the interview. It's okay to dance.
It is.
They don't have to be scared.
It is.
And even if they think they're looking silly, everyone is possibly looking silly with them.
Exactly. Everyone's looking silly.
Who cares?
dancing is inherently a silly activity.
Yeah, it's very silly.
You just have to own it.
Yeah.
I look very silly dancing, I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie.
everyone does.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Davey and Jade, thank you very much for stopping by the K-Rock
pleasure.
Studios, 92.3 K-Rock, and you guys are actually doing a hacked on K-Rock, too. So you're going to be doing a little bit of giving everyone else a little taste of what you listen to.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, well,
We're
awesome,
going to do
guys.
that.
Thanks so much. Have the best luck on tour, and
Thank
enjoy that new CD.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
That was 5 minutes with
Blaqk Audio.
from 92.3 K-Rock.